Hello, everybody, and welcome to a special edition of Escape from SideQuest. I am Joe Dubs,
I'm Andy.
and if you hear slightly in the background, I have the award show going on because we were waiting for some world premieres, and maybe we'll be excited for some awards that have been won so far. I know that Red Dead won a couple, the voice actor, and I believe Best Action Game, if I remember correctly.
Well, I've missed all of that because I just got home from work.
Mm-hmm. And to quickly go with the world premieres that they did announce while you were at work, they did Stanley Parables come to consoles. It's going to be an ultra deluxe edition. That's what it's
Very
named.
cool. I love that game.
Yep. Among Trees is an early access game. It's kind of has good art style. This one I'm really excited about. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 is going to be exclusively to Nintendo Switch. So, I was in Discord with my friends in another Discord, and he thought it was the Square Enix one. And I'm like, I was like, no, this kind of looks like Ultimate Alliance, and lo and behold, it was Ultimate Alliance 3.
Man, those games are great too. That's really thrilling. That's not something I would have expected. I didn't know they were doing this. Are they still based on the Ultimate? I mean, it probably didn't say, but are they still based on the Ultimate timeline? Because I don't think Marvel published this as books.
It didn't really go into deep detail. They just showed a lot of like Thanos and stuff.
Well, cool.
They had Rocket League DLC, just new cars. Don't really care about that.
Hooray.
Far Cry New Dawn. It's pretty much a glorified expansion from Far Cry 5. So it's the Montana in like a post-apocalyptic setting. It kind of looks like Mad Max, just to put it into clarity on that.
Yeah, post-apocalyptic. That's good.
Mm-hmm. And then two other indie games. Hades is like a dungeon crawling game it looked like, and then Ancestors, which was pretty interesting. It was based in Africa about a gorilla, and it's pretty much evolution of mankind, pretty much. But anyway, let's get into the meat of our show before, and we might interrupt the flow a little bit just like in case like good world premieres come out of nowhere, like Death Stranding, or I've heard rumors that they either might tease or do the new Avengers trailer tonight.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So hopefully that's a thing. And we got a world premiere as we speak. So let's dive into it real quickly. And since this is audio, midwinter, we're on Twitch by the way, but I will give you kind of what's going on. Spatial OS looks a little like asteroids going on here. Space, Final Frontier, not Star Trek though.
It's pretty cool. It's like a destroyed planet
Mm-hmm.
or moon. I think it's the moon, maybe. I don't know.
We need more space games.
It would be thrilling if this was an original intellectual property, because it doesn't look like anything specifically far.
Mm-hmm. Interesting so far. We have people in escape pods. Nothing that I know of. So
It's Halo. No, just kidding.
it's StarCraft or something. Imagine. Oh no.
StarCraft Ghost.
That long awaited single player game. Graphics are good, but I know it's not gameplay.
Yeah, pre-rendered, of course.
Mm-hmm.
It's neat though. It has my attention. It's cool.
Pops out of the pod. They're on a snowy planet. Not hot. Got a gun. Some possible either third person shooter or first person. Cascade screen. I hope this is not Fortnite or something. It would have said Epic Games, but still. Looks very Battle Royale-ish.
It's making me think about Tengu.
What's that? Scavengers. Interesting. Sign up now. All right. So
Cool.
he's going to talk about the game right now. Andy, what the hell you been playing lately?
Oh my god. Well, I've been playing a lot of like uh, retro stuff because I just got a brand new cable for my Sega Genesis from a company called HD Retrovision. They make YPBPR high definition cables for old retro systems. So I got one for my Sega Genesis. Holy shit! Games are gorgeous now. I mean, they never looked bad or anything, but so I've been playing. What have I played Streets of Rage 1 and 3, Sonic and Knuckles,
Nice.
Rise Star, Jesus Christ, a bunch of other stuff. Also been playing. Trying to get to our dock, but my computer's being a complete asshole.
Yeah,
But yeah, mostly retro stuff. Played a tiny bit more Fallout, a little bit more Dark Souls, stuff like that. But mostly that retro stuff. That cable is just so cool.
nice. I've been playing. Is that all, by the way?
I think so. That's all I can think of.
Yeah, Fallout 76. Oh, you. I don't know if we talked about this last time, but you played more Beat Saber. You streamed it.
Totally, yeah. I played some more Beat Saber as well. Can't get away from that game. Like I said, it hasn't unseated Super Hot as my favorite VR game, but it is a solid second place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I hope that Sony somehow lets you put like your own music in there, because I know the PC does. So hopefully they'll come up with a solution for that.
That'd be cool. There's a lot of stuff in the PC version that I don't know if the PlayStation version will get. Probably not. There's lots of mods, Darth Maul mode and shit like that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, in this award thing, Hans Zimmer is there, by the way.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so seeing Hans Zimmer on a bass guitar was fucking awesome. But I was also thinking, I was like, man, is Christopher Nolan here too? Is he a gamer? I know John Carpenter's a fucking gamer, by the way.
Yep.
And he's playing Fallout 76. He says, despite all the shit that's going on, he digs the game.
There you go. Listen to Carpenter, he knows what he's talking about.
Mm-hmm. And we do adore him here on both of our podcasts. What I've been playing, a lot of Red Dead, actually. Remember how I was so down on it in the beginning? I was like, it's so slow, and then you're always on the horse, and it's annoying. Well, the story gets really fucking interesting to the point where I'm just like, I want to play more.
Huh.
And I'm on chapter 5 at the moment. There is 6 chapters, and there's 2 epilogues. And speaking of Red Dead, they just won best score. Red Dead's winning a lot of awards tonight. It's pretty much going to be the Zelda of this year. But yeah, I'm digging Arthur Morgan. It's making me want to play the first Red Dead game, which I have somehow got to play it somewhere. Either I buy an Xbox One so I can do the backwards compatibility, or get a PS3 and play it that way.
I love the original. It also had a fantastic soundtrack, a bunch of music that they recorded in like an old studio, and there was a cool documentary about it too. Speaking of Red Dead music.
Mm-hmm. I beat a quest, by the way.
Oh.
I played Portal 2 with my brother, and we finished the story mode on there. So
well, then
scratch that off my list.
We're neck and neck again.
Mm-hmm. 2-2. And I'm still playing Parasite Eve. I just want to say that game is very underrated compared to, because it's in the shadow of Final Fantasy because it's made by Squaresoft.
Yeah, I think when it came out, like it was well thought of critically and everything, but it hasn't lasted like Final Fantasy has. And honestly, I mean, even just Square made a lot of just really fantastic stuff on the PlayStation. They almost made so much that it's hard to get around to talking about it all. Like, Xenogears and Einhander and Breakthrough Musashi. So many great games, but we only remember Final Fantasy and a few things. there's only so much room in collective cultural consciousness for certain games. And Final Fantasy was that game after. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just because when Final Fantasy VII came out, like back then, those graphics, those polygons were so like, man, this is rad. It looks really fucking cool. But playing it today, I'm like, ugh. Like we're so used to like the Red Deads and the just the game designs that they do today is just fucking outrageous compared to what we thought was cool back in the 90s.
You might be used to it, but I'm still playing all that retro stuff. Talking about that, I know on more than one episode we've already talked about PlayStation Classic a little bit, but apparently the people of the world are not enamored with the PlayStation Classic now that I don't know if you've been hearing about that or following it or anything, but
I noticed
scuttlebutt on Twitter is people don't like it.
I didn't really go into detail about that. I just know that my brother, who did pre-order it, canceled his pre-order.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so I don't know. I think people are finally getting on board, being like, "This is dumb." Like buying a plastic that's $100 just to play 20 games. Like I said, come out with it, put it on your new systems where we want to play it, and if you want to do like the old retro thing, then re-release it somehow and let us put more games into it so that we could put like cartridges of like SNES or NES or even Sega Genesis.
That's a lot of the same criticism you could level at the NES Classic and the SNES Classic. I just wonder what it is about the PlayStation Mini Classic, whatever, that people don't like. It's so weird. I wonder if like the UI is bad or emulation's wonky or something. It's just
Probably. Like I said, I didn't go to deep detail because I just don't care. And we have Zork in the chat, by the way. He said, "Go read a Pope, woo." So
I don't know what that's in reference to, but yeah. Looks like Game Awards is announcing best VR game shortly. I'm very interested to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
Beat Saber, they nominated pretty much the same games we did, it looks like. It's all Beat Saber, Astrobot.
Oh yeah, and Warframe is now on Switch, by the way, free. I downloaded it. 12 gigabytes. That's why I kind of messaged you before, and I was like, "How?"
Oh yeah, asking about that card.
Mm-hmm. Because I am getting Smash tonight digitally, and I hope Smash is not a big game, even though it's Ultimate.
I'm sure it is a big game, but I think you'll be okay, probably. At some point, the largest memory card that you could put in the Switch was 64, but I think there was a firmware update that upped that. That or I'm talking out of my ass, I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so... Oh, and yeah, I played Parasite Eve and Portal 2. So, Red Dead has been taking up most of my time. Like I said, I'm really digging Red Dead, and I played a little bit of the online. Zork says the problem with the PS Classic has to do with the emulator causing glitches that didn't exist in the original releases.
Yeah, I hypothesized it was like that, because if the PlayStation Classic was doing so bad, but the NES and SNES ones weren't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you saw, because the article was like brand new. It was just posted a few hours ago. But there's a website. It's one of those fake news websites just for comedy. But they posted one from the perspective of Sonic the Hedgehog about why there will never be a Dreamcast Classic, and it's fucking hysterical. Music messed up in Final Fantasy VII. Like, that's an accusable. Final Fantasy VII is one of my favorite soundtracks.
Then they included the PAL release of games. Man, gaming industries, I think, are kind of missing with what the consumer wants. Speaking of that, like, with Bethesda and their collector's edition.
Why am I seeing Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
This is probably Dead by Daylight or something. Kind of like
I saw Left 4 Dead characters. There's Jason. Okay, what am I looking at?
Are they merging the games?
Oh, a bunch of stuff. Dead by Daylight. A bunch of episodes. Saw.
Yeah, Dead by Daylight. They're probably having all like the horror games. There's a Friday the 13th.
Freddy.
Mm-hmm. That's not Jason, by the way. That's just a guy that looks like Jason.
There was a Jason before.
I thought that was Anthony Carboni.
Sorry, I saw a bunch of cool shit.
Yeah, well, that's why I said it's gonna be a special episode where we're gonna meld our fucking show and their show at the same time. So there might be some interruptions.
It'll be a complete disaster.
All right, well, it's that time, everybody, for Wheel of Quest.
Yes, I'm excited.
So I'm gonna spin Andy's quest. So here
I'm hoping for something ridiculous, like beat an old generation game, like a real one, or beat a shooter, or play a game with the wrong controller.
You have beat an adventure game.
Adventure. I have that? Oh, you have that.
Mm-hmm.
Your wheel rolls the same stuff all the time.
Spin it again. Now we're spinning for me. Round and round we go. Round and round we go. Now what is this game? 6th generation. Now I gotta do a 6th generation game. What is 6th generation? That's PlayStation 2, GameCube, and
Xbox.
Original Xbox.
Look at you're being a pest.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we didn't hit the ridiculous part of the quest yet. I hope.
Yeah, there's folks stick around. There's some real stupid stuff on here.
Mm-hmm.
Beat a game in a 4-9.
Okay, hold on. BioWare is on stage, so they're gonna announce Dragon Age.
Can you mean? Wait, what? BioWare.
Yeah, BioWare does Dragon Age, right?
I think you're right. Yeah.
I know that they did Anthem or something like that, but I know since Anthem is not doing well with the public, and plus they're going through like developing Hell Nightmare and all that stuff. So
could anything more solidly personify like what's the word I'm looking for? Like just the general apathy that people have towards stuff in the game industry than Anthem? I mean, Anthem seems super redundant. I mean, it's gorgeous. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure it'll be fun. You can fly around. Oh my god! But it's just like, oh, another game. I'm Space Knight again.
They are doing Anthem.
Snore.
Yeah, so we're gonna move on. It will be on the background, by the way, and I'll probably be like, "Oh, that's stupid" and stuff. But anyway, news-wise, I kind of want to get this out of the way since we're on the award show. We're going to be doing our own reward show, and if you remember on Big Trouble Little Podcast, we had a award show for both gaming and movies at the same time. Well, we are splitting it up. We're going to do gaming, and we're going to do most of the month of voting, which on nerdreview.com, we do have the polls up and the nominees. So I quickly want to go down each nominee for each category. And we're going to go to Best Soundtrack and Game. By the way, we did pick this, me and Andy. We both picked 2. And some of the picks, we picked the same, so I had to do research on another nominee that we could put in there. And I also asked people around and what they thought would be a good nominee. So, Best Soundtrack and Game, we have Sonic Mania Plus, God of War, Spider-Man, and Celeste.
Best multiplayer game, we have Smash Brothers Ultimate, which actually releases like 3 hours, but hey, who cares? Monster Hunter World, Call of Duty Black Ops 4, and Super Mario Party.
Yep. Best single-player game, we have Red Dead Redemption 2, God of War, Detroit Become Human, and Yakuza 6.
Yakuza.
Yakuza.
Best game developer, Santa Monica Studio, Insomniac Games, Devolver Digital, more specifically. I should have been more specific. Sega, which also I meant to be more specific on, but I never was. So fuck it.
Best game publisher: Nintendo, Sega, Capcom, and Ubisoft.
Geez, you get rid of Ubisoft. It looks like we're doing this in 1993. Worst game publisher: EA, Activision Blizzard, Bethesda, Warner Brothers.
And really, we'll talk about that later. Best graphics in game: we have Red Dead Redemption 2, God of War, Ni no Kuni 2, and Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Best gameplay mechanics: Monster Hunter World, Astrobot, Let's Go Pikachu, and Let's Go Eevee, and Hollow Knight.
Yep, we have some indie games in there. They're not all AAA. Best audio design: Beat Saber, Spider-Man, Red Dead Redemption 2.
I'm so glad you got this one.
Like,
Taiko no Tatsujin Drum and Fun.
What he said.
Yeah. Most improved game, as in games for service, stuff that has been around, but now it's still around. Rainbow Six Siege, Dark Souls Remastered, Watch, and Players Unknown Battleground.
Yeah. I should have put that in there instead of PUBG.
Yeah, people know what you mean.
All right, hold on a second. Let's hold.
Crash Bandicoot has arrived.
Yes, hold on. I think this is the racing game.
There's going to be a racing game?
Yeah, like Mario Kart, and they had Crash Team Racing. Oh, please be
You
serious.
should have had it spin.
Oh,
Sweet.
trophy. They have the fucking Crash guy fucking talking. What the fuck?
Yeah, I guess this will be a trailer.
Mm-hmm.
So is it a remastered one or is it brand new? I hope it's brand new.
I think it's... I don't know. I'm not gonna... I'm... Oh, fuck, yeah.
It's a remaster. That's still cool, though. I mean, this game was a lot.
Mm-hmm. That's fucking cool. Crash. I think it's Crash Team Racing.
It looks nice.
I mean, think about it. Like, you have the Crash Insane trilogy that was good. Then you have the Spyro one that's really fucking cool, which I'm getting for Christmas, by the way.
I bought it for someone for Christmas, but I didn't get it.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, it's great that they're bringing back these late 90s to early 2000 classics, but hey, I mean, it's good for nostalgia. Just want to see this before we go back to
Yeah, it's just this too.
Nitro Fuel. June 21st, right on my birthday week. There we go.
Is that going to be a full $60 release?
Probably 40.
I hope so. Anyway, where were we? Fighting game? Who's up here?
Yeah, I'm up. Best fighting game: Street Fighter V, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Tekken 7, and Soul Calibur 6. And by God, look at that suit. You'll see it is.
Jesus Christ. Best console of this generation, for some reason including PC, which I would have stuck with only. But anyway, do I even have to say it? Switch, PlayStation 4, Xbox One.
And PC.
Yeah.
Best sports game: Mario Tennis Aces, WWE 2K19, Madden 19, and NHL 19.
Best VR game: Beat Saber, Astrobot Rescue Mission, Firewall, 0 Hours, and Moss.
Which that's a no-brainer for people that played VR games. Best content creators, which include streamers from both YouTube and Twitch, and podcasters for gaming.
This was really hard to nominate.
Mm-hmm. Well, not for me, because I watch a lot of people.
That's a problem. I watch too many people.
Vinesauce, Vinny, he does a lot of old games and somewhat new games, and he does a lot of corrupted emulators where it glitches in games, and he's real funny. He's from New York, so he has a good personality, charisma. This is your pick, My Life in Gaming. Never heard of him.
Yeah.
or her?
It's a pair of guys. Someone besides me has voted for them. I want to know. It might have been Zach. Someone voted for.
Mm-hmm. Then Colin's Last Stand, which is Colin Moriarty. He used to be in Kind of Funny, and then he quit, and then he did his own thing where he does side quests, and he does a PlayStation podcast called Sacred Symbols, which is a PlayStation podcast. And then Cinemassacre.
Yeah, the organization that holds Angry Video Game Nerd. Worst game of the year: Metal Gear Survive, Fallout 76, which I think there's a long conversation to be had about why that game is like okay, whatever. We Happy Few and State of Decay 2.
Sorry, I was looking at the chat. And then finally, best game of the year: Red Dead Redemption 2, God of War, Spider-Man, and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Yep, and that is all our categories. Make sure to go to nerdofview.com, and that's literally the first thing that's posted on there. And give your vote, and then I'm gonna look at the calendar, and I'm gonna, because we are pretty much a recorded podcast, so it's not like we do live all the time. We're just doing live because of the award show. But the week of the 16th is when we'll pretty much do the. Actually, no.
No.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
So the week.
I say yeah.
The week of the 16th is when we're gonna do the award show, and we'll see who won that. So you have pretty much about 2 weeks to vote, and we already have
vote. Share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Pornhub, share it everywhere.
Yep, share it on Pornhub, of course. I want some titty votes.
Yeah, if you're on Tumblr and you like boobs, you're gonna get kicked off. Go over to Pornhub, share it there. Share it on Tumblr before you leave there too.
Oh, hold the phone. Obsidian is on the stage. So this is Obsidian's new game.
I'm glad that they're still a company. It really, like, if someone had asked me who I thought was going to go under undeservedly, I would have guessed them. Because they're great. I love them. But I can't believe that they still, make money making games.
It looks beautiful.
I like this music.
This kind of has like a Fallout feel.
Man, why does everything have space?
We go through those phases, dude. Like, you have the shooter phase, and then you have the battle royale phase, and then the...
This makes me think about Borderlands is what it's doing.
It's like Borderlands meets Fallout New Vegas meets Mass Effect. And Obsidian, which is now acquired by Microsoft, by the way. This won't be exclusive to Microsoft. Their next games will.
Hey, as long as they aren't acquired by EA.
Zork says Wasteland 3, brother.
The original creators of Fallout. He's right.
I'm liking it.
I like this music. I love when they use actual music for this kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Like Fallout 76, they had one thing that was good is the
Country Roads, baby.
Yep. And of course, it's in your home state of you and Zach and Adam.
Yep.
The Outer Worlds, it's called. That looks cool.
Looks pretty cool. And you need that.
Oh, it's another world premiere. What's going on now? Please beat Death Stranding. No, it's not.
We know about Death Stranding. If they're going to do Death Stranding, Kojima's going to come out on stage. Yeah, here we're going to talk about being a weirdo because I'm a weirdo. Also, they'll save it for way later.
Imagine if he has like babies crawling on the stage.
All right, settle it.
Do you like it? Is this Fable?
Evolve 2. Kind of seems like it, right? It's 4 people fighting a big old monster. They were like, okay, Evolve sucks, but we're gonna try again.
Or this kind of looks like Fable to me, like that Fable Worlds.
Yeah, I see that. Lionhead Studios still a thing?
No, but I can see them getting acquired by somebody else.
Sure.
Like I'd be pretty surprised if this is Obsidian again.
That would make it an Xbox One exclusive, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Xbox and PC, probably.
Oh, by the way, in the beginning... Oh, wait, I think I know what this is.
Is it Monster Hunter?
It's, fuck. It is like Monster Hunter. Oh, I forgot what it's called, and it was like an early access, too. Dauntless, there we go. That... I guess it's getting a full... Oh, coming soon for PS4 and Xbox One.
I'm really impressed with how many of these games are new IPs. This is not what I would have expected.
Well, what's funny is Jeff Keighley in the beginning was like, there's going to be a lot of world premieres, and I'm like, yes, because I don't give a shit about the award show.
Me fucking either. I hate industry award shows.
Because they all they all kiss ass and all that shit, and I just don't care about that.
It's always like, there's only two ways to do stuff. One, by the fans, or two, voted on by like a committee. And if it's voted on by the fans, look, I don't care what the majority of people say. It's a good indicator of what might be good, but I don't really care that much. And if it's voted on by a committee, fuck you, dude. Fuck the Academy Awards and fuck all that stuff. That's it's boring and it's dumb. But if they're gonna show a bunch of world premieres, and honestly, man, I'm gonna sound like a real douchebag, but I like Jeff Keighley. I think he's like a charismatic guy.
He's really professional, and if everybody remembers what the Game Awards used to be back then, it was a joke.
Yeah, it was. It was like it would happen, and then you'd be like, "Oh yeah, I forgot the Game Awards was it." Oh well, I missed it. Who cares?
But now, like, Jeff Keighley gets it. Like, it's great that awards are being presented to these hard workers and game developers and all that stuff. But we want to give back to the people. So that's why, like, you have world premieres. You also talked about how he is gonna have gifts that he's gonna, or giveaways that he's gonna be having during the show. So I don't know if that he be on Twitter or Facebook, all that.
Speaking of stuff that's going on during and around the show, everyone has digital game sales. Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo, all their eShops are having big time sales starting now. So I don't know if anyone actually has money left over from the Christmas shopping season. Maybe get yourself a nice digital.
Yeah, I bought my my dad and grandma their gift, Christmas gifts. So my money is dwindling at this point. But
tell me about it.
I gotta get Smash tonight.
Ooh, switch.
Hey,
Animal Crossing! All right.
I just finally gonna get a release date. Oh, it's Super Smash.
It's like, no, it's Smash. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. I mean, it comes out again in like a few hours, but yeah, let's watch a Smash trailer, I guess.
Well, the announcer guy pretty much at the end goes, "It's coming out in a few hours." It's funny.
Peppy.
It's almost here, he said. Do you want to dive into the whole nylon bag? I mean, it's pretty much beating a dead horse at this point from every other gaming website and podcast.
I don't know. I didn't think there was much to say about it. I don't think there's much to say about it now. They shipped some garbage and they shouldn't have, and now they're going to replace them, I guess. So that's cool. But I don't know what else to say about it. Anyone who doesn't know, the Fallout Collector's Edition was supposed to come with a canvas bag, and it came with a nylon piece of shit. And people called Bethesda on their nonsense.
Yep, they false advertisement, and that is illegal in at least America through the FTC, and pretty much they had to fix it. So if you bought it, you contacted them, and they're going to send you an actual canvas bag. Which I don't know. They said it's like too much money, but I just think they were just trying to cut things, and they said, "Oh, we're gonna put nylon bags in here because nobody really cares about it. It's all about the helmet."
Yeah, that would have been fine. That's all they would have had to do.
Mm-hmm.
They could have just said, it comes with all the shit in a nylon bag, and we had this conversation. Because no one, yeah, you're right, no one cared. Everyone wanted the helmet. I wanted the poster, but everyone else wanted
it. Mm-hmm.
Hello Games.
Yeah, I forgot who else did Hello Games. I don't even know. Nothing that I'd probably care about anyway. Yeah, Kotaku right now is just announcing all the world premieres that are happening in this thing. Do you have any other news that you want to talk about? Any projects that you're working on?
Nothing game related.
Yeah, you doing
just more streaming and stuff. Unfortunately, I'm starting to, I'm upgrading these cables like I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a way to plug YPVPR cables up for streaming, so I just closed off Sega Genesis CD and 32X from being able to stream and capture that, which feels stupid, but man, if you can see how good the picture looks.
Mm-hmm.
But still, I'm going to be streaming a bunch of other stuff. I really wish, I know that it probably won't happen if it does, like some back-ass words piece of garbage, but I really wish that there was a built-in app on the Switch to stream. I'd use that.
Oh, what was that? I couldn't hear you.
A built-in application on the Switch to stream. I'd use that all the time.
I think we'll hear that soon. And that Hello Games, The Last Campfire. The art style looks good, but I don't know, it's not my cup of tea unless...
I mean, it's Hello Games. They don't exactly have the reputation for delivering, do they?
Mm-hmm.
I think they deserve the benefit of the doubt, though. It's just one game.
Joe McHale? Oh, God. I remember when he hosted the Game Awards. That was terrible. I guess,
When I was asked to present the award for best esports player, I did not hesitate.
Esports player? I thought they already did this already. Oh, well. I don't care. I don't even know why they're in an award show. Even though I do respect esports in a little bit.
I'm starting to. It's weird. I was just talking to my boss a few hours ago about esports and how, like, I kept thinking esports is silly. I'll never get into them. But I'm kind of starting to. I watched some of Evo this year, and I'm watching some of the Rainbow Six live events. And, man, they're thrilling.
Mm-hmm. They're good. I just hate how they're trying to push it to be like an MLB kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, actually, to my bosses. Keep trying to push it like it's like a professional sport, and they really need to take a step back and figure out how to market professional gaming its own way. Like, they need to invent a way to market, and they kind of are a little bit, because it's finding a niche audience on Twitch. I think it's doing a really good job there. Uh-huh. But there's a next logical step, and I admit I don't know it, but it's there somewhere.
Oh, there's the furry gamer, Sonic.
Sonic Fox, yeah.
Yeah, fighting games is always my best esports thing. I really don't care for League of Legends. Overwatch, I kind of dived in a little bit. And CSGO, obviously, Counter-Strike, fucking esports is interesting. Anything first person kind of gets my interest. So, like,
yeah, like Overwatch and Counter-Strike are two others that, like, I was just bored and it was on Twitch. I was like, watch this for. It was pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. There's something about Rainbow Six that I like in particular because it's not just get to where they are and blast them. I mean, Overwatch has a couple of added levels as well, but I don't know. It's the whole extra reaching and clearing, getting hostages, all the unique, like the way that they counteract one operator with the other operator's stuff. I guess Sonic Fox won.
Yeah. Boo.
I mean, why boo? Sonic Fox is kind of an interesting.
It's an interesting name, but you don't need to dress up for it.
Yeah, that's his personality. He's go.
I heard.
I mean, that sounds a little bigoted.
I heard it.
I don't know.
In a lot of events, I heard he like smells really bad.
Apparently, a lot of them do. I read an interesting article. I can't remember where it was about how some esports events are starting to say you're required to have good hygiene because some competitors were using it to get an edge. Because when you're sitting next to someone who smells awful, it's really hard to focus on the game.
Mm-hmm. Especially when you shit your pants and you smell shit.
Yeah, I mean, so I guess some people started realizing that and they started using it as a tool. It's like, dude, just play this fucking game. Don't play this bullshit head game stuff. Plus, I mean, I couldn't imagine being in a like that. It'd be fucking endlessly embarrassing.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait for Evo. Evo is really fun when in all fighting games.
Yeah, I agree. I like Evo a lot.
And I believe he won Super Smash Brothers, I believe, or Tekken, one of the two.
I thought it was like.
I think Tekken.
I was thinking Street Fighter.
No, I don't think I've ever seen him in Street Fighter.
Was it DBZ?
He might do that too because I remember he's big into anime. Who isn't these days?
Yeah, totally. Something there for everyone. That's a whole other conversation. Probably one that's better left for Big Trouble podcast.
Mm-hmm. Projects for me on gaming. I know that I did get affiliate finally. I do have people who could sub to my channel now and give me bits. But the problem with my new job is I'm doing overnight, and when I do have days off, I kind of just want to chill and play video games. But I also do want to do projects, because I'm really focused on doing podcasts, going back to my writing, and working on Nerd Review. So I guess just keep an eye out on my Twitter and keep an eye out on Twitch, because I still will stream. I just won't be like, I'm gonna be a streamer. This is what I'm gonna do. When I feel like streaming, you'll see some games. And there's a world premiere right now.
More snow.
What is with these snow fucking games?
Snow looks cool.
What is this? Bird? Get out of here, bird.
Bird game.
There's destruction. Is another. Oh, wait. I think this might be the PUBG map.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because there's the pan, there's the pills.
There's some pills.
And. Yep. There's the guy with the tie and.
Oh, sure. Yeah, the building mask.
So yeah, the snow map is finally coming. I've been talking about this since the game first came out. I was like, it would be really cool if a snow map.
Yeah, that's funny.
And you could wear like white clothes and shit. Winter has arrived. And when is it coming out? Probably Christmas.
Right now.
Probably.
Oh, the bird got away. Bird had a lot of eggs.
Oh, play it tonight.
Ah, called it!
On PC test servers, so it's not officially out, but it's...
PS1. PS4 and Xbox One in July.
Yeah.
Or January.
Look at that fucking Hawaiian shirt. The camouflage Hawaiian shirt. I think, or you could catch all our podcasts on btilp.podbean.com, and we're also on iTunes. So both Escape from Side Quest and Big Trouble Little Podcast are on there. We got the movie and we have the video game. Next week is the movie podcast, and we are watching The Christmas Chronicles with Kurt Russell on Netflix. Heard good things about it.
Yeah, I've heard good things too.
So I'm hoping I'm gonna laugh and fucking dig the action scenes because it's Kurt Russell. I mean,
I'm hoping it makes me cry. I hope I feel something.
Yeah, so make sure you catch our episode in there. We're gonna end the podcast here, but we're gonna have the stream still going, and we'll see how long maybe Andy wants to stay on. I'm probably gonna stay a little bit longer. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yep.
Because I do want to see Death Stranding. That's my goal for tonight.
Is it like official, something like that's going to happen, or is that just because
it makes sense?
Yeah, it does.
And plus, they kind of teased it in the beginning intro.
Oh,
But
did they?
yep. But this is the end of episode 12. Again, we're gonna be live on Twitch. But people listening to our podcast, you guys have a good night. Later on.
Thanks for listening.
Just a warning, things are about to get heavy.